Now I gotta shave my mustache. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are getting into everything makeup. I'm going to show y'all my basic to baddie makeup routine. Super simple, soft glam. Show y'all all the best products to use, all the products I use, and my favorites, and some recommendations as well. So if you'd like to see how I go from basic to baddie, then just keep going, y'all. So first of all, let me turn that off. All right. So first of all, definitely if you do have some hair in your face, we are going to start by getting this hair out of our faces. Okay, so hair out the face, and then so you just want to start definitely with just like clean and cleanse skin. Now I gotta shave my mustache. So anyways, I'm just gonna go in and do the dermaplaning portion. So I pretty much I try to hold my skin taut, and I just go right down. So now that we are done with all that hair, I'm just gonna go back in with one more wipe my face off. But anyways, okay, so our face is clean and rid of all that peach fuzz and whatever. So now we're gonna go in with a primer. Now, depending on your skin type, I got combination skin. My skin can be dry, it can be oily, it can be somewhere in between. This one has been really good. It's the One Size Secure the Blur. So it's gonna blur out all those pores and make your skin just that much more smoother once you do the application of the makeup. So I'm just gonna take some of this. Not gonna use a lot because let's take a video. Oh. And you just want to really like focus that in areas where you see pores or where you may think you have a problem with your pores. On top of that, now for a while I actually never even was priming my skin for a very long time. As you can tell, I need a new one of these bad. I think I just showed y'all this in my vanity tour. Like, this is bad. So this one is Secure the Sweat. So I used to get super oily under my makeup as well, so I feel like this helps with if you are about to sweat or you think it's hot outside. My girlies that live in the South, this would definitely benefit you if you are wearing makeup during like the hotter times or whatever. This is the Secure the Sweat by One Size, and it does just that. It secures the sweat. So I put that on top. So I do use both of these each time I do my makeup. I'm gonna go in with my Anastasia Brow Freeze for my brows. So I just take a spoolie, and that's what that looks like. It's just like a gel. It's Brow Freeze. So basically how I just put it on, like the end of the spoolie there, and I just kind of brush through all of the hairs, making sure it's on all of the hairs. And I just brush that through, and I brush my hairs up, and that's how I do that. Just brush. I'm just brushing those hairs up. Okay, so then for my brows, I'm gonna go in with this eyebrow pencil. It used to be the It's still by Eben, New York, but it's their lip and eye pencil. And they changed the name of it because I ordered it and it came, and this came, and I was like, and it does have, it comes with the sharpener on the end, so we love that. And yeah, I swear by their brow pencils. Like I literally buy them like 10 at a time when I buy them. That's how much I love those pencils. I'm gonna go back in with a dry spoolie and brush those hairs up one more time, and then take this on the side like this, so you can just lay those hairs down like that. And so that's what they look like. Let me zoom in on. So that's what they look like. Don't mind my hair. I'm gonna have to touch up my hair before I go on my little trippy trip. I got a little trippy trip planned. So yeah, we got a little trip planned. Like it's like a pre-birthday trip. That's what I'm gonna call it. It's a pre-birthday trip because y'all know life be life, and the way it's set up, I wasn't gonna make it to my birthday without another trip in between. My birthday's in May, so we got a bigger trip coming up for my birthday, of course. And yeah, so let's get back into these brows. So I am gonna go right up, so wherever the arch of your brow, I start right there and kind of just bring, zoom in for y'all so y'all can see what I'm doing. So I just go right here and bring it down like that. And then I already kind of got this on the top like this. So, and I'm just kind of going with the natural shape of my brow. So I like my brows just a little bit longer. I kind of like them to come out here. That may or may not be your preference. So you don't have to do that, but I just like them just a little bit longer. It's like right there. And then I kind of just shade in, do just like light hair-like strokes. And don't worry if you get it too dark, or if it looks kind of cakey in one part but you can't get it in the other part, and then don't worry, yeah, I'm gonna show y'all how to fix that. So then you want to just depending on your eye shape and how you kind of know you like your brows and things like that, you just want to do like a hair like stroke like that. So now you got the kind of ombre light to dark. So then you want to go in with a spoolie, and then starting from the front here, just brush up like we just did. So that's gonna blend out, that's gonna blend everything out, and you end up with that nice kind of like ombre. And 9 times out of 10, it's not that you don't know how to do makeup, you're just applying it incorrectly with the incorrect brushes. That is the one thing that I've learned, or that I did learn, is that it wasn't that I wasn't doing it properly, my application was just messed up. So I'm using the wrong brushes for the wrong products, and I'm not completing my steps. So it's like, you probably got the steps right, sis. We just gotta rearrange the step process, if that makes sense. So now we have our brows on, and yeah, be on your way. So I'm just gonna take, so with this applicator, this makes it a lot easier. This is doe foot applicator, so I'm just gonna take it with the tip of that there. I'm gonna bring it down some because we're gonna use this for eyelid primer too. So you don't want to put too much product up near the brow, because it's gonna be hard to blend with your brush without messing up your eyebrows. So I'm just gonna do that on both eyes. For your brows, you need to have the skinniest brush that you have ever seen. that is number one, numero uno. I think I've showed y'all this brush in some of my other videos. This is a crown brush. I don't even know the name of it because it is old, but this is the brush. So that's what that looks like. So see how thin that is? It has to be that thin, like paper thin. The thinner the better. So I'm just gonna spread this, the excess out on top of my eyelid. Any excess that I have, we're gonna do. Okay. So any excess I have, spread out on the eye, and then right in that mirror here. I'm trying to see my mirror and y'all at the same time. Make sure. Okay. So I'm just gonna run that brush right. See, I've gotten in some of my hairs, but it's okay. Oh, that's too high. Let's see if we can go in and fix that. And then we'll go up top and do the same thing. And you just bring in the brush super flat to your face. And you kind of just carving out that brow shape. And so you got your nice brow. Okay, so now that you have that done, you want to go in with a powder of your choice. This is just a loose setting powder. I'm using the Laura Mercier translucent medium deep, but if you're looking for like a drugstore version, a very good one is the Maybelline Fit Me. You want to take a powder puff, so any little powder puff like this, and you're gonna tap it in your powder, blow it off. That would just blow some of the excess off, and you just want to tap that powder in. So this is gonna set what you just put down. Remember, anything you put down, any cream you put on your face, you have to put a powder on top of it. Okay, so once you have that set with your eyelids there, you want to go in with just a simple brown eyeshadow. So this is the one I'm using here. It's kind of like a muted brown, and we are going to take a Morphe M513. So it's just this fluffy brush here. And I don't know if you guys can see it or not. So it's just this fluffy brush right here, and I'm gonna take it in the, just get some right there, and then you're just gonna tap that around your eyelid. And so this is just gonna put some color on your eye. It's not meant to be perfect. You just want just a little bit of color. So you just kind of like lightly brush it in. And don't be afraid to bring that powder, that eyeshadow all the way up to your eyelid. Don't be afraid to do it. You want to do it, keep it concentrated down here. So that's where you want majority of your color. But you want it to ombre out, so you're going to just brush going out. So, and that should kind of look like that once you are done. So now we're going to get into foundation. So I am going to use a foundation stick. Some you may find that liquid foundation works better. Recently I've just been really into this Fenty Beauty eavesdrop stick. It's just very, very smooth. It's very skin-like. You don't need much of it. A little goes a long way. I'm just gonna brush on a little bit. And then to help move that product around, I'm going to go in with my Morphe Continuous Prep and Set Mist. So this is just a prepping mist. So basically it's just going to prep my face and my skin to move the products around with the brush, you know. So just gonna, just a little something, just light, very light. And then you want to go in with a foundation brush. My favorite of all time is the Real Techniques face brush. It's my favorite. So it has this kind of slanted angle here, and so it fits right up against your face, and you're just gonna take it and pounce it. Just gonna, like that, all around. And when you get up here to the brows, just kind of lightly kind of drag it across it. And you just keep doing that. I kind of brush when I'm up here by the brows, just to kind of get it around the brow. And kind of blending that in. Taking that around. Okay, so now that your base is down, you want to go in with a concealer. I am going in with the Fenty Beauty. This is the Wear Even concealer, and this is in the shade 370N. So it's a neutral shade, but you want to go in with something like 2 to 3 shades lighter than your foundation shade. And so with this flat brush, it's a flat brush. I don't know if you can see it. Okay, so you want to just take that flat part and make like a, that's how I learned, a triangle. I'm gonna make like a triangle. You also want to take some right up here in that upward motion, because you want to lift the face up. And then here in the middle of the face, I'm gonna just do 3 lines like that. It's kind of like a, like that. Then down the bridge of your nose, do a little bit. And then also I do the same kind of 3 right on your chin. And you put a little here, a little here, and you're good. So now, again, I'm gonna go in with this Prep and Set Continuous Mist. So I find that doing setting spray in between your steps, that definitely helps with the look of your makeup. It helps it not be so cakey. So now I'm going to go in with another Real Techniques brush. It's pretty much a smaller version of the foundation brush, but this is like the cheek brush, and it has that flat slant again. So yeah, we're going to go back in with this. Again, not too much. And you're going to go right in with your brush and just dab that all around. And keep this face brush on standby, and then right around it, you're just gonna, around the edges, because you don't want it to look like you just put that lighter shade on. You want it to blend in with your foundation, so you're gonna use the same brush. And same here, so you just kind of dabbing that in, just dab it in. I always do this part last because you want that part to be dried down, and so we can have more coverage. So you let that dry. And so I always do that last. And then again with that face brush, right around the edges. So again, we're skipping here. We're gonna go right into forehead. Again, we're just dabbing, being very careful of the brows. And you don't want to bring this up too far, much kind of like a half sun. And then right around the edges of this, again, we're gonna go in with that foundation brush just to kind of blend everything together. So, and then with a smaller brush, you can use any kind of like fluffy small brush, anything like this. That's a good one. I'm gonna use this one, and I'm just gonna, in the shape of the bridge of my nose here, just gonna brush that down. And then I'm gonna switch brushes actually to this is another Real Techniques brush. It's basically the baby version. So all their brushes, a lot of their brushes, their face brushes all have this angle on them. So that's why they're literally the perfect brushes for beginners, and just to get you a whole set of good quality brushes for a fraction of the cost, because again, these are definitely drugstore brushes. Like, you can get them for super cheap. So so what I'm doing here is just kind of fading that up here, because we about to get that nose snatched up. So I'm gonna go in with the face brush because it's smaller, and just go on the edges. Go on the edges. Then I'm gonna go back in with that face brush and just blend this out. You wanna get it all the way, you wanna get it up to your eye as possible. So if you gotta look up to get all, you want to get that up as far as possible underneath that eyelid. And right over the top of that, with that, I'm gonna go right over the top of it just so we don't have any harsh lines. Because see how much more awake this eye looks because it's like pulled up? That's the illusion that you want to give, is that it's pulled up. Okay, so now that we are snatched up, we're gonna go in with a little liquid blush. Now listen, if you are a dark-skinned babe like myself, do not be afraid of blush. It's our friend too. We can use it too. Juvia's Place has some beautiful shades for all skin tones, but this one is my favorite for darker skin tones. This is the shade Sweet Berries. Now recently, I just recently got into cream blush, but I was always a blush girly. So with the cream blush, you have to be very careful because it is very concentrated and it's very pigmented, especially theirs. So that's what theirs looks like on the applicator there. So placement wise, you kind of just want to around your natural contour. So that's where your natural contour will go. Above that would be blush. So just what I'm going to do is, because this one is very pigmented, I'm just going to put one dot here and then one dot here. And see, that's more than enough, and y'all are going to see that's more than enough. So with a like short bristle brush, I'm going to go back in with, this is another Real Techniques brush. This is actually the dupe that I got from Shein. And I'm just going to take this and again dab. Now this you do want to be careful of because you don't want to take it up too far. Right there is usually pretty good because your powder is going to take most of this away before you bring it back. And y'all will see what I'm talking about. So you just want to dab that in like that. Now you're going to go in with bronzer of your choice. Juvia's Place is my favorite. This is in the shade Espresso. And if you have a flatter brush, that's going to be ideal. So you're going to need some sort of brush like this brush here, something with a flat head. So this is actually an e.l.f. brush. This is their contouring brush. And so I just take the cream bronzer and kind of dab it in there, get some product on there. And then your contour is going to go right underneath that blush. Then you want to do just like some dabs across your forehead. The chin. And then I just take 2 lines. So where we put that down the middle, now we want to go on the sides of our nose and put contour in that same right there. I'm gonna get it right there. And so you're kind of like sandwiching in that concealer that you put down the bridge of your nose. We are going to blend out those products with powder products. So for the contour, you're going to go in with a shade of a powder the same color as your contour. I am going into the Tammy X Never Revolution Golden Hour palette, and I'm using that darkest shade there. And just going to take some, and this is a contour brush. This is the Morphe E4. So it's going to be angled, and you just want to, right where you put that powder, just kind of, and you want to brush that all along where you put the powder, where you put the cream. You want to brush that. For your under eye, you'll want to go back in with that kind of skin tone powder. Again, blow off that excess and just dab that right along where you put your cream concealer. So now everywhere you put cream concealer is set in place. Now when you get to your nose, you're going to just take the tip of the powder puff, and you don't have to dust it off for this one because I like to bake this part of my face. This is the only part of the face that I bake. So baking is just leaving it on there for an extended period of time because I like that portion, that I like my nose to be, of course your nose is like the focal point, so that's how I like it. So I like it to stand out, and so because it's gonna bake, it's gonna make it pop. So if you so you should have with your blush, you should typically have a powder shade that matches it, of course. And so the one I'm using is the Saharan Blush Palette Volume 1. And I don't know the name of it because it has makeup on it, because this is my go-to. So basically with a blush brush, which is going to be any poofy size brush like this, you're going to do what you did with your contour. I'm going to use both of these colors. But you're going to do the same thing you did with your contour. Just kind of dust in there. Tap off any extra, put it right over to the top of that cream. Wherever you put that cream, you just dab that right on top. Now, for the nose, you'd need a good brush contour for your nose. So this is a Morphe brush, and this is the E62. So it is angled, kind of thin. You can kind of see that. And so right on the outside of that, we're gonna brush in that cream contour. And this is the other time where we'll swipe. So you just kind of bring it up lightly. And you see how I'm holding the brush kind of like index finger over the top here. You can even bring it back a little bit further, leave more brush. And so now, again, over the top of that, we're going to go in with that contour shade. Dab that a little bit. We're going to tap off that excess. And then just right over the top of it very lightly. Brush that in. Okay, so now that we are done with all of the powders and everything like that, you're going to go in with a all over face powder. So this is the Sephora Micro Smooth powder in the shade Sienna. So this is a powder that I can put all over my face. Typically it's going to be skin tone, so you want to make sure you get one that is very close to your skin tone, because this is what's going to blend everything together. So I'm taking this like this, gets some on there, and you're just gonna, so I'm gonna brush the powder away from my nose with powder. That's gonna blend those two colors together. And then all over my face, I'm just gonna brush underneath my face. And that is done, you want to go in with your setting spray first. So I'm gonna go into with my first setting spray, which is the Morphe Continuous Mist Setting Spray. This is my favorite, holy grail, and I have to use it every single time. I never do my makeup without it. So you're gonna spray a healthy amount. Spray a healthy amount, and then you need to just let it dry down. So you just let it dry. Let all of the setting spray, this is gonna marry everything together. This is gonna make sure everything is blended, everything is in place, and your makeup is going to last. You wanna go in with mascara of your choice. I use the Essence Lash Mascara. So they have the best mascara as far as drugstore mascara goes. I feel like it is absolutely a dupe for the Better Than Sex mascara, which, you know, is kind of pricey, but you know. So let's go in and put the mascara on my lashes and just kind of do it kind of quick, because I know some of us girlies, our eyes water and you gotta move quick. So just kind of brush down really quick and you'll be good to go. And then for lashes, I'm just gonna go in with, this is the Ioni Everlasting Lash Glue. I also use the Duo and the Kiss by Ruby Kisses. I use theirs as well. Just make sure whatever lash glue you use does not have formaldehyde in it. Do not use a lash glue with formaldehyde. But the one thing that helped me with my lash application was the tool that I was putting it on with. Now, essentially my nails are like tweezers, but I can't get up to my lash line. With this tool, you can literally place it on your lash line and it's there. Boom, done. This is the Ulta Beauty lash tool. It was like $6. Listen, I'm telling you, this is the part of my makeup routine that changed my life, when I was able to put my lashes on by myself. Okay, so yeah, I'm telling you, this is the part of my makeup routine that changed my life. This lash tool. So I put my lash glue right onto my lash line. So you just want to start with brushing that glue right across the lash line where your lashes stop and end, and then just a little bit extra on the end there. Okay, and then when it comes to putting on the lashes, you just want to make sure that the glue is pretty much basically almost clear before you put them down. Now, one thing I didn't do that I forgot to do is measure these lashes. Typically I can tell if the lash is too long for my eyelids or not, but you definitely want to see if they are. So sometimes like either the ends or the front may have to be clipped, just because the lash may be a little long, or it may have that extra piece of plastic right there that will poke you. So so this is how I place the lash in the thing here. So you want to hold it like this, like flat like this. Hold it like that. And you want to be like almost all the way back to the band. And see how that is, except like it's a little bit right there, but that's okay. So now we can go in and place it on the lash line. So I typically start from the middle. You can eyeball it, put it right in the middle so that it's on. Then pull it to the front. You don't want to tug it to the front because you don't want to pull it off, but just kind of stretch it over to the front like that. And then you want to take this part and press that down and back against the lashes. And then you can turn your tool that way. Make sure it's not kind of sticky so don't stick on your lashes. You can use that to press your lashes with the false lash, and then you have it on. Okay, now that we have the lashes on, we can move over to the lip portion. Me personally, I just like a nude lip with a brown lip liner and clear gloss. So I'm gonna just show y'all that routine here. So you want to take your brown lip liner and then you just line your lips. Also bring some in a little bit here so it blends good. And you can rub your lips together. That's also going to help with the blend. And then you go in with a nude lipstick of your choice. I'm using the color Chic from Juvia's Place. And that's just what that looks like there. So I just, right in the middle, pretty much where you didn't have lip liner, you're gonna put that there. Now I look crazy right now, but just kind of and then you can go in with a clear gloss of your choice. This is just Beauty Supply Store lip gloss, and I just put that right over the top. And sometimes you get it like that, so I just have that off, but you just kind of keep doing that until you get that good blend. Go in with a second setting spray to finish everything off. This is the One Size On Till Dawn mattifying waterproof setting spray, and I tend to focus it where I get either sweaty first or anything like that first. So I focus it around my forehead because your girl be having hot flashes, not be getting hot. And then I focus it also in here because this is most times where I may have any creasing or anything, and then I just give it like a good spray over, but I do focus it in these two areas. So that is pretty much your completed look. So yeah, that is the finished look. This is the simple and easy, quick and easy makeup routine. This is a simple, something you could do every day, something you could do like if you only got 30 minutes or less, you can get this done in that time, I promise you. And if you have any questions about any products that I used or anything like that, if you have any recommendations, definitely leave it in the description box below. And that is it for this video, you guys, in this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, tell a friend to subscribe, and I will catch y'all on my next video. Bye, y'all.